Emirates Airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Into the air right away is Allen. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Now Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. He's into space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
If you're going to put quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And this one's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Allen. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's Allen. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper, 28 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Herbert. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. To the air, Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen over the middle to catch by Coleman. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And again, it's Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. Down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now it's Herbert. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Now Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They run the counter with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down. That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 26 yards. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 4th down, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now it's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Dobbins will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. That's taken in by Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw is Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Throwing, Allen. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A big play looming on 3rd down. Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover. The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Hey, tight. Alert! Half. We'll go!
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. This is Coleman with the ground. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, tight. Monday. What's that?
Now Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And he goes out right around the 39. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Tight.
Loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and 13.
Allen now looks to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Allen going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
R52.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Middle. What's that?
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That is caught. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 51 yards. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
He finds Austin complete. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bills 7.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
There. Good job right there. Good job right there. Saturday. 19.
Now Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Throwing is Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. Harris running straight ahead. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down and 4. Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Harris trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Alert, 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 alert. We look for signals. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Booker T. Got it.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Is it?
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
95, 95.
Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Stop. Gun. Half. Stop.
So after the INT, it's Allen. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid 27 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Allen will try to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line. And this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Wilson on the keeper. And he will have a Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
first down carry for Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A.J. Epinesa rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Front left, front left. Good shot.
They run again with Harris, and they'll get him down right around the 16. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Diva, Diva.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They run with Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Second down, goal to go.
Pick number 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Harris. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Wilson on the keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough.